A newly identified coronavirus has caused a global epidemic of respiratory illness and widespread mortality. The virus is a public health emergency and economic crisis, path-breaking in the disruption of daily life. An international event of this scale can disorient and reorder society in dramatic ways. The effects of massive collective measures, lockdowns, and layoffs will last long after any threat is gone, permanently altered. Significant interrelated human and commercial impacts are a result. Governments and organizations are challenged to rapidly shift and manage operations, deploy new policies, procedures, security technologies, implement and evolve business plans in order to meet the needs of citizens, employees, customers, and stakeholders. The most pressing objective is a framework that provides practical considerations to protect the health and safety of individuals, diagnose financial and operational viability, and preparations for opportunities that a new reality may bring. Different levels of government, federal, provincial, and municipal, put protocols in place to try and stop the spread. The fashion retailer Aritzia shuttered operations. The majority of Aritzia boutiques are located in malls, which were forced under jurisdiction-imposed restrictions such as limited occupancy, reduced hours, and temporary, partial closure. Despite some merchants, notably the Hudson's Bay Company, objecting to the regulations, citing the unfair rational distinction between non-essential and big box and discount chains, and mentioning the province's health data that shows shoppers and keeping stores open does not lead to transmission, constraints persevered. Did the government do the right thing to serve public vulnerability, or did they jeopardize the livelihoods and future survival of many businesses? If you are an executive official or a positioned manager of Aritzia, and you are faced to navigate through an unprecedented, uncertain, evolving, challenging landscape, is it your goal to contribute to overall global well-being or ensure financial continuity? You could exercise your right to petition, resist pressures, and remain business as usual. Pursuing this course would draw media attention and indirectly generate promotion for your business. In-store retail will increase sales performance. Complaint reports in violation of orders will have consequences. An open defiance can be extremely polarizing and spark acts of resistance. It could conceivably extend to disorder and revolt. Disease exposure and injury could result unnecessarily. Fines, penalties, in addition to criminal imprisonment, can be issued and enforced for non-compliant behavior. The alternate option follows government-organized direction, guidelines, practices, and supports for employers, workplaces, and businesses during period shutdowns and reopenings to prevent and reduce transmission and maintain thriving environments. Access to qualifying subsidy funds, credits, and loan programs will help you manage your business. This would transfer emphasis on curbside pickup and e-commerce momentum, which can still prove to offset net revenue loss and increase profit gain. Technology offers Aritzia the opportunity to experiment with new product lines. Free, extended shipping, exchanges, and returns, as well as digital tools that can assist customers with size and fit, for example, can optimize online appeal and presence. Keeping staff employed during a lockdown, alongside adapted strategies, precautions, and reopening plans on a case basis, creates a sense of community and trust. This approach models and prioritizes health and safety awareness, responsibility and accountability, and in response, client and partner connection and brand loyalty. Processes may have changed in our boutiques, distribution centers, and other departments, but our people should not. Support office and Aritzia concierge teams can be moved to flexible working surroundings. A relief fund can be created to cover payroll or supplementary needs to personnel directly or indirectly affected due to COVID-19. We want to preserve our members and the millions of struck garment workers living in countries dependent on the textile sector. Our suppliers are important. Endorsing labor rights, good conditions, and income by collaborating with the International Labor Organization aligns with the actions and principles of the above statement. You can oversee that finished goods are paid, orders in production are not cancelled, and social safeguards are emphasized. Together we will continue to progress. Obviously, doors locked is not choice. Online shopping has competitive value and conveniences for both the company and consumers, especially during a pandemic. However, there is a customer service experience that only physical spaces can provide. A fashion boutique that sells exclusive designer lines such as Aritzia will attract and satisfy customers who prefer to see, touch, and test the items before purchase. Of course, in-store sales typically accounts for more than 70% of total annual revenue. In my opinion, coronavirus will change the world forevermore, and this may be the year we transition to the next normal. Business decision makers will need to plan for risks, determine which protections are worth investment, and position themselves for better resiliency and sustainability through the worst of times. COVID-19 fatigue, excessive costs, and volume decline may provoke justifiable reason to repel mandated controls and oppose confinement, but it is not a thoughtful, reliable, or beneficial procedure or message. Negative backlash will have long-term side effects. Technology transfer to internet marketing and sales may be critical for survival. Secure recovery by following legal reopening tactics in stages is an obligation. By respecting these recommendations in simple steps, everyone is making a positive difference. Do you agree?